Ma'am, come on back again.
Oh, you want an example out of it? Let's see.
I'll make an example out of anybody. Hang on. You want to stand here?
You don't even.
You want to stand here and be disrespectful?
No,
I will make an example.
Understand my situation, like
I don't care what your
I'm not
situation.
making no excuses.
You shouldn't be using ecstasy and methamphetamine. If you have a child, you can go back with the bailiff. Go back with the bailiff right now. It's ridiculous to me that you're saying you want a second chance, because this was your second chance. You've already been on probation. You were given the second chance of not going to prison. The fact that Ms. Holmes negotiated a cap of 8 years for you, you should thank your lucky stars. This is ridiculous. Good morning, ma'am. Are you Brittany Davis?
Good morning, yes.
And Ms. Davis, did you get someone hired?
No, it's kind of expensive, but really expensive. I'm not even working right now. But I went through.
Who'd you talk to?
The legal aid. I put in an application for legal aid.
Okay.
It's a place that help you get a lawyer, but they say it could take 6 months to a year. So.
Okay. So did you talk to any other lawyers like I told you to?
The first 3 that I talked to, wow, I talked to like probably 8 of them. But the lowest there goes like 2,000 to start off.
Do you have the names of the lawyers that I asked you that you talked to?
You asked me that last time. I was on.
Right, and then I reset you to talk to them more or get someone hired. So
I talked to Renshaw. I can't remember their name. Renshaw. There's one that's brothers.
Why wouldn't you write that down and bring it?
I wasn't expecting that I had to.
So it looks like you weren't what?
I wasn't expecting that I had to.
So if you're okay. If I tell you to go talk to some lawyers and bring me the names of the lawyers you've talked to, and you don't think you can remember them, then I would think just common sense would tell you to write them down so that you could tell me that you did what I ordered you to do so that you wouldn't go back to jail. Right?
I did do what you ordered me to do.
Okay. So I ordered you to bring back the names as well, not just talk to them, but bring back who you talked to so that I know who you talked to and that you're doing what I asked you to do. Right? Right.
The cheapest ones that I've given you the last time I was here is the main ones that I was looking into.
Okay. But when you left last time, I gave you specific instructions.
Okay.
Right?
Right.
Okay. So are you wearing your drug patch?
Yes, ma'am.
So it looks like back on second. So you tested positive since you've had that drug patch on for methamphetamine.
What is that? Yep.
What does that mean?
I don't. But with the patch?
Mm-hmm. Looks like you tested positive for methamphetamine, cocaine. Hold on. Let me print it out so I can read it better. So last time you were in here, you had an issue because you had showed up with your drug patch in your hand, so they couldn't test it. So I tested you in court, and then I made you get the drug patch put on again and told you to keep it on. And then the drug patch that was put on January 25th. Which was the day before that court date. So you had one on, you had taken it in, you put it on, tested positive for methamphetamine and cocaine. Have a seat in the jury box. I'm going to have you tested this morning, and then I'll decide what to do.
Thanks.
Actually, come on, ma'am. Come on back up here. I know what I'm going to do. So, Ms. Davis, obviously it is a violation of your bond conditions to use any illegal substances, right? And so you tested positive for cocaine and methamphetamine on that drug patch, in addition to in the past not having it on correctly, and you didn't do what I asked you to do or ordered you to do also here. So I'm going to raise your bond at this time for those violations to $100,000. You will keep your court-appointed attorney while you're in custody. They'll be out to see you, and we'll just see what we do with your case at that point. You can go back with the bailiff.
Wow.
Ma'am, come on back again.
Oh, you want an example out of it? Let's see.
I'll make an example out of anybody. Hang on. You want to stand here?
You don't even. I don't
You want to stand here and be disrespectful?
No,
I
I just
will
want
make
you
an
to
example.
understand my situation. Like,
I don't care what your
I'm not
situation
making no excuses.
Okay.
I take accountability.
Right. So you tested positive for methamphetamine and cocaine.
I don't know how to patch work, ma'am. I haven't been doing any drugs.
Well, you did something.
I don't know if that's like the patch pick up sweat. I don't know if that's like after the process or what, but I haven't been doing anything.
All right. Go back with the bailiff. Good morning. Are you Melissa Taylor?
Yes, ma'am.
What do you have on your...
Oh, this is my son, Brandon Taylor.
Uh-huh. Why'd you wear that this morning?
Because he's my entire world and he's messing me there.
Okay. Miss Taylor, this is your initial... No, you were here before. Did you get someone hired?
Ma'am?
Did you get someone hired?
No, I have contacted the 4 different attorneys. I have the printout paperwork of all the information. They're extremely expensive. I'm not going to get the funds gathered for that.
Who'd you talk to?
I spoke to down
Where?
a month ago.
Where'd you...
Wrap it in my phone.
Okay. Did you talk to some more since that last court date?
The last hearings.
Uh-huh.
You asked, you instructed me to get 3 quotes.
Mm-hmm.
That was what I did. I can get that turned into you after,
Okay. If I test you this morning, you can have anything in your system? Have a seat in the jury box. We're going to text. Ms. Taylor, you tested positive for amphetamines, methamphetamines, and ecstasy. And so at this time, I'm going to find that that is a violation, obviously, of your bond conditions. And I'm going to raise your bond in your case to $100,000. Well, let me look at it real quick. I'm going to, let's see. In one of your cases, you're charged with assault on a peace officer, the other credit or debit card abuse. In each of those cases, I'm raising your bond to $100,000 in each case.
Okay.
If you make the bonds in those cases, you are ordered to wear a drug patch at all time, get it tested at the appropriate times, and then we will move forward with your case.
Can I ask a question, please?
Mm-hmm.
Am I about to be arrested and?
Yeah, you're going into custody right now.
Okay, I have a child.
You shouldn't be using ecstasy and methamphetamine. If you have a child, you can go back with the bailiff.
So
Go back with the bailiff right now. Go back with the bailiff. Go with the bailiff. Okay, so Ms. Dugas is on probation for the offense of robbery, a second-degree felony. We were previously here, and she entered pleas of true to counts 1 through 12, all of the counts in that motion, second amended motion to revoke unadjudicated probation. I received the updated pre-sentence report as well as a letter from Ms. Dugas. Has everyone had an opportunity to review that? Are there any additions or corrections?
None from the defense, Your Honor. No, mistake.
All right, and this was unagreed, correct? Ms. Holmes, you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. I've spoken with Ms. Dugas. Obviously, the various new offenses and violations is not acceptable through probation. She understands that. She stated that throughout this time, she did not have much support. She was going through a hard time in life, and she resorted to doing and committing these offenses, not being in obviously the right state of mind to be able to successfully complete probation. Ultimately, Ms. Dugas is requesting to have the opportunity to be reinstated to complete probation, and she would like to address the court in regards to this as to her plan of how she can successfully complete if given the opportunity.
Okay, go ahead.
Ms. West. Complete this probation. I know it's going to be extended if you do gratitude. My name is John. I'm great. I'm being like I don't understand my. We'll never be found the world.
Ms. Dugas, you did the exact same thing. You robbed someone else while you're on probation for robbery. Not just rob someone else. You failed to ID, failed to report to probation. You committed the new offense of possession of a controlled substance. You resisted arrest or It's ridiculous to me that you're saying you want a second chance because this was your second chance. You've already been on probation. You were given the second chance of not going to prison. The fact that Miss Holmes negotiated a cap of 8 years for you, you should thank your lucky stars.
This is the judge's main point. Probation was already the second chance. Instead of taking that opportunity, Ms. Dugas committed new offenses, failed to report, and continued violating the law. From the court's perspective, these aren't isolated mistakes. They're signs that probation isn't working. At this stage, the judge believes prison is the only remaining option. What do you think? Was 8 years fair? Or should she have received another chance?
This is ridiculous. 8 years, in my opinion, is not enough. You had every opportunity to do all the things that you're taught. Stop crying because you weren't crying when you were robbing people and using drugs and not being a good mom and not doing the things that you should have done when you were given this opportunity, right? Ms. Malfino? Sorry.
I don't think I need to add anything to the board. I think that you follow the agreement that age at the very least is appropriate for her based on the number of violations. I spoke with Mr. Chen yesterday. He does not want to continue to work with her. This is actually her third MTRP. It's about her fifth chance in front of you, not just her second chance. And I think we're is purposeful.
Ms. Dugas, I'm going to find that you entered your pleas of true to counts 1 through 12 freely and voluntarily. Find those counts true. Find sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and at this time, find you guilty of robbery. Going to sentence you to a term of 8 years in the Institutional Division of the Texas Department of Corrections. You will receive credit on that sentence for any time that you've been in custody that the law gives you the right to receive. I'm handing you the trial court certification that shows this was an agreement that I followed, and so you've waived your right to appeal. I've also handed you a written admonishment regarding your ineligibility to possess a firearm or ammunition. Because of the judgment entered against you, you're ineligible under Texas law to possess a firearm or ammunition. Possession of a firearm or ammunition could lead to charges against you. Firearm is a legal term, and you should read that written admonishment I provide you to see what devices qualify as a firearm. If you have questions about the laws that make you ineligible to possess a firearm or ammunition or about how long that lasts, you can talk to Ms. Holmes. I hope you take some advantage of this and actually do what you're saying you're going to do when you get out and change your life. There's programs in prison, take advantage of them, but you're not going to continue to get opportunities like this. If you continue to violate the law after this, you're going to be considered a habitual offender. And if you do anything again, your minimum punishment is going to be 25 years. 25 years minimum for what you've been doing. So you need to change your life or you're never going to see your kids, right? Go back with the bailiff.
Today's hearing showcased 3 very different defendants, but one consistent theme: accountability matters. We saw defendants struggle to follow court orders, fail drug testing requirements, and lose the trust that judges rely on when granting bond or probation. For Ms. Davis and Ms. Taylor, alleged drug use while on bond resulted in massive bond increases and immediate custody consequences. For Ms. Dugas, the outcome was even more severe. After violating probation through new criminal conduct and multiple additional violations, the judge revoked her opportunity for community supervision and imposed an 8-year prison sentence. The broader lesson from this case is clear. Courts may offer second chances, but those opportunities come with responsibilities. When those responsibilities are ignored, the consequences can escalate quickly and dramatically. If you found this case as shocking as we did, make sure to hit that like button, share your